Hey everyone, I'm Nick,
And I'm Rob.
and I'm in Arizona.
So am I.
So we're here to pick up two cars, and we're going to drive those two cars from Arizona all the way back to New Jersey.
2,400 miles in show cars
Yep,
with big rims
big.
that haven't been driven in a really long time.
Yep. So you may have seen that short I posted a little while ago showing the wheels. Those are the wheels on those two cars. We've got a set of 20-inch chrome wheels and a set of 22-inch forgiato three-piece wheels. So and you might have seen there's not a lot of rubber on those.
I'm very worried. I'm very worried.
So, do you want to tell us about these two cars?
So these cars were my father's cars. So you've seen me on the channel before. I help Nick out from time to time and often get him into trouble by buying projects. But all of that comes from my dad. He was a huge car guy. I grew up with him, and I loving cars just as much as I did. He was my first enabler, I guess.
That's true.
And unfortunately, he recently passed away, and he left me his cars. And part of his wish that he didn't get a chance to do was to take them on Route 66. He really wanted to ride the Mother Road with these cars and share them with as many people as he could. He loved going to car shows when he was still able. And I want to do that as much as possible. So we are taking these cars on the Mother Road. 2,400 miles back to New Jersey. I am a little worried because over the last couple of years, he didn't really get a chance to drive the cars very much. They don't have very many miles at all. So this is going to be a capital A adventure.
Yep. Now, without further ado, let's introduce the cars. The first car is a 2003 Infiniti M45, which has made appearances at car shows in the Phoenix area. It's got a 4.5-liter V8, 20-inch chrome wheels, a big brake kit, and BC Racing coilovers. It's also got custom work in the interior, but we'll go into more detail on that in an upcoming video. The second car is a 2008 Mercedes CL63 AMG. This one is mostly stock, but it has 22-inch 3-piece wheels and a big brake kit up front. We'll also go into more detail on this one soon, but check out this exhaust sound. Our departure day was pretty hectic, and we were concerned about the rear tire clearance on the M45 over 2,400 miles. Luckily, the shop that worked on these cars for Rob's dad was able to get the Infiniti in at the last minute to raise the suspension about half an inch. That's almost 2 fingers of clearance between the tire and the fender now. Lots of room compared to the 1 finger of clearance before. A big thank you to Arrowhead Imports in Peoria, Arizona for making that happen. Now, we also had some concerns about the front tire profile, but we decided to take our chances and do our best to avoid potholes. Was that a mistake? I guess we'll find out. The first leg of the trip was a drive north towards Flagstaff, then east to Santa Rosa, New Mexico. I had never been to this part of the United States before, and seeing the changes in scenery was really cool. We crossed into New Mexico after sunset and stuck to the left lane of I-40 for a while since the right lane was pretty bumpy. And this is where our road trip changed from a lowercase a adventure to a capital A adventure. The Infiniti showed a battery charging warning, so we started to pull over, and then just as we found a spot to stop, it flashed an overheating warning.
So I'm on Route 66 in Laguna, New Mexico, and as you can see, I am stuck here with the hood open because the bearing on an idler packed up and threw the belt off. So now it is 1 a.m. We're waiting for AAA to get to a hotel, and it looks like we may be able to fix this in the morning. Got an idler at O'Reilly's in Albuquerque, which is like 30 minutes away.
Actually, past me was wrong. It turned out to be an hour away.
And we should be able to get this back on the road tomorrow. So, in the meantime, the weather's nice, and yeah, that's kind of all I got to say. So we'll catch you in the morning and try to fix this up and get it back on the road.
We had a little stressful moment while loading the car when we realized the exhaust would scrape on the ground, but our AAA driver was able to use some blocks to get us on the truck safely. We found a hotel nearby in Acoma Pueblo, and we got a little bit of sleep before we were able to take in the scenery and find out if we could fix the car.
So it's morning, we were able to get a tow to a hotel, and this is what's left of the serpentine belt. So let me show you what happened and what we're gonna do. Okay, so here is our serpentine belt path, alternator tensioner, water pump, an AC compressor, and our crank pulley. And then down there, there's actually a power steering pump, which is fine because there's a second belt for the power steering, another tensioner, and I think that's it. So the main belt here failed. Everything feels good except right here. See that? Packed up. So we're going to take out the bracket that holds that on. So there's a bolt there. There's like 3 bolts. It's like a little bracket, and we're going to pull it off. We're going to take out the bolt that holds that in and go pick up a new idler pulley and go from there. A lot of piping in the way. No, it's 12. Okay. Man, there's so many hoses in here. I've taken this bolt out. I'm gonna pop the air box out too. Pop this bolt out, loosen that up, and then just lift this out of the way so I can reach in from this side for the last bolt. Yeah, okay. There we go. I'm not sure if you can replace this idler in place without removing the bracket, but in our case we need to remove it anyway, so we're doing it. We have to maneuver it out, which is probably going to be all the way down and back up. I guess it'll fit through here. Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, my legs. Okay. Let's see this. All the bearing ain't bearing. So what we think happened is the bearing packed up, caught on, I guess, the collar in there, and it seized and then just backed this out a small amount until it was loose, and here we are through the belt. So we're gonna get a new one. We're gonna get a wrench that can take this off, and then we'll put it all back together. Now the other thing we're gonna do is, because it got a bit hot, we're gonna take this cap too to get like a filler. Okay, just so we get the right kind of filler funnel. Gotta go over to the city nearby, get new pulley, and get something to re-bleed the cooling system. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so a nice gentleman who was working on a tire on his trailer lent me a crescent wrench. I was able to get that out. You can see the bearing here is cooked. Sorry. All right, so I was able to get that wrench. We helped them out with their trailer tire change, and they helped us hammer this out. So this was seized on. We've got our little spacer right here, our nut up here, and this here, not moving anymore. It is cooked cooked. So yeah, we were able to hammer this out, and we're gonna be good to get our new pulley on. We did call Infiniti to ask about this bolt just in case, and they said we don't make that anymore. So just be careful when you work on yours, and if you end up in this situation, I mean, probably won't, but you never know. And yeah, this got a little bit bent, but it should be just fine. It should be just fine when it's tightened up. So it will be good. Awesome. All right, next step is to go get our new pulley and coolant.
Thank you again to Josh for helping us separate the idler pulley from the shaft. He's got a channel called Enchanted Valley Farms where he works on his homestead, and I'll leave a link in the video description if you want to check it out.
All right, so we got our replacement pulley. It's actually off the similar engine V6. Size is the same, width is the same, but we're gonna put that in. And we'll see how it fits. We'll do a test fit with the belt. All right, this is reassembled. Looks good. I'm gonna drop this in. Maybe I'll put one of these in first. I'll hang the top one. I'm glad I have small arms and hands, but sometimes it's still just wedged in there, huh? It's on and it looks to be nicely in line. That is good. Just gotta tighten it up. Good. All right, let's get this belt. I found a diagram. It's gonna be over everything, down over the tension line idler, and it's gonna go under the crank pulley. I wonder if Infiniti hired people with small arms and hands. Oh man, it popped off the crank. Part of the issue is the angle, I think.
Do you want me to pull?
I think I need more angle, so I'm gonna.
Need more angle.
Yeah, because it was bumping into the hose here. Maybe a tiny bit more. No, there's nothing else in it. No, it's just a matter of like picking up the slack in the right spot. Yep, there we go. And release it gently. I think we're good. That looks good. Shoot. Okay. Okay, everything's in. All right, let's see. We're gonna start it. Get some coolant in there. We're gonna watch the bottle there. Belt's on.
Come back next week to find out if we actually damaged the engine.